Hey everyone, welcome to episode 27 of Pineapple Knits. I'm Marina, and you can visit me on Instagram and RAVELRY at Pineapple Yarn, and you can visit my hand-dyed yarn company at pineappleyarn.com. Welcome back to the podcast this week. I'm so happy to see you guys. This is going to be a little bit different, I guess a little bit different of a format. I'm actually recording this just a couple days after my previous podcast. Normally they are a week apart, and I just show what I've been working on during that week. But for us Americans, it is Thanksgiving week. So Thanksgiving falls on a Thursday, and I just wanted to record a podcast several days earlier just so you guys can get one. Make sure I can get one out this week. I need to grab a drink here. It's already been a week. So I'm trying to squeeze a bunch of work in, kind of front load my week so I can take a few days off at the end of the week for Thanksgiving. But if this is your first podcast of Pineapple Knits, first of all, welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm so happy that you are joining me today. But I would maybe start with a previous podcast just because I am not going to have a ton of knitting content, only because I just filmed a podcast a couple days ago. But if you're a returning viewer, thanks so much for joining me again. I love chatting with you guys. I love interacting with you, so thanks for joining me. But like I said, this week is Thanksgiving, and I'm just busy preparing for that, trying to get a bunch of work done, just things like housework, laundry, you know how it is. So just trying to get a bunch of those kinds of things done. And yeah, I made some tea before I came up to film this, and I remembered that I had told you guys about my favorite tea. My favorite tea is called India Spice by Yogi Tea, and I used to drink it all the time. I mean, all the time. I used to buy it in bulk from Amazon. I loved it. It was super spicy. It had no real tea, like the leaf of tea. It was kind of just an herbal tea. It had a lot of spices. I am sorry to say that I believe it's discontinued. I can't even believe it, because I mean, I'm talking like I would drink multiple cups a day in the summer in Hawaii. Like a lot of tea. And so of course now that I live in a cold climate in Indiana, and there's snow on the ground right now, I want some tea. I want some spicy tea. And I can't find it anywhere, not from Amazon, not from any other retailers. So heads up, if you guys are looking for it based on my recommendation or just because you're curious to try it, I don't think it's out there anymore. I am seriously considering trying to make it, assemble the tea with all the different spices just so I can get it again. I'm gonna have to really be on the hunt for some spicy tea. Sad. But anyway, so I'm actually drinking, I think it's the vanilla, it's by Yogi Tea. It's like a vanilla spice energy tea. I don't know. It's kind of good. It's pretty good. It's just not the same. So if you guys have any recommendations for spicy tea, I guess when I say spicy, it's almost like a chai. It has cinnamon, it might have black pepper in it. It just has a lot of spices. So if you have any suggestions, just leave me a comment below. I would really love to hear any suggestions for spicy tea. And if I find one, or if I make one in my spare time, I'll let you know. All right, well, let me show you guys what I have been working on the past couple days. So I showed you a new project I started, and it is a sweater. The pattern is called Greyson, and I believe the designer is Julia Stanfield. I could be wrong, but I'll put it down below. And this is where I am so far on it. Such a cute sweater. This pattern is, it's a very simple top-down V-neck sweater, and I'm making it for my little boy. He is 8 months old now, I think. So as you can tell, I'm just starting the ribbing on the second sleeve. So I am really close. This really has just been flying by. All I have left to do after I do the cuff is to do the V-neck. And I believe just you're basically picking up stitches and doing a rib, a 1x1 rib. I'm not sure though, I haven't read that far in the pattern. Again, like last week. But I am knitting this with my hand-dyed yarn, Pineapple Yarn, in the colorway Coastal Fog. And I dyed this specifically for this project because I just wanted a really kind of a gray blue green, and this is the exact color I wanted. I just wanted a really, you know, I'm not gonna put the boy in neons and that's usually what I dye. So I wanted something a little different. I love this color. I think it's really, really pretty. Yeah, not much left. I have this much left in the second skein. I don't know how many grams it is. I haven't weighed it, but I usually try to, when I do update my Ravelry page, I usually try to weigh either the project or the leftover yarn, just so for my notes, but for yours as well, so you know how many grams it uses. But this is a beautiful yarn, beautiful color. It's a multi-layered yarn, so it takes several layers to achieve this color, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful tonal. It really shines. It just kind of has a shine, a shimmer to it because of the layers, but I love it. It's a 100% merino, I believe. It might have nylon in it. I can't remember. I wrote it down on my Ravelry page. But this is a DK weight. That was the other thing I wanted to say. This is a DK weight. The cool thing is about this pattern, which I mentioned last week, is that when you purchase the pattern, it comes with a DK, a bulky, and a worsted weight patterns in a variety of sizes. So that is really neat, you know, depending on, if you knit this in a bulky, it would just fly off your needles. So I am coming along with this. Hopefully the next time I film a podcast, I will be finished. So unfortunately, that is all I have for my knitting this week. One thing I did forget to mention is what I'm wearing, what my dress form's wearing. You have seen these projects before if you've seen the podcast before. This is the Throwback by Andrea Mowry. I love this sweater. I wear it all the time. I receive so many compliments on it, so I'm really excited that I finished it and I was able to finish it so I can wear it all winter, right? And then this is my Beekeeper cardigan by Olive Knits, and wow, I just really, really love this sweater, and it has been on my dress form for weeks, and finally I thought I have got to wear it because it's just such a cute sweater. I just love it. And one thing I really love about this sweater is that the shaping in the shoulders, it just fits really, really well. So that's a really neat thing. This also actually fits really well through the shoulders. I don't know, I'm just sometimes a little picky with sweaters. I don't know, I don't wear like super oversized things, and I don't really like things that are super oversized, but I don't want things that are super fitted either. I just want a happy medium. So these are great for that. Anyway, I am having a shop update this Friday, November 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and for a lot of you, you will recognize that that is Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. And so it's just my usual bi-weekly, I never know that. Does bi-weekly mean twice weekly? I mean, it's every other week. I don't know what the correct term is. Anyway, I have an update every other Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And so this actually just happens to fall on Black Friday. And I thought, you know what, let's make it fun. Let's do something fun for the update. And so I'm going to, and I am going to, first of all, give you guys a coupon code. I never do sales. I never do coupon codes, or I should say rarely, because I'm going to do it now. But if you enter the coupon code Black Friday 18 at checkout, you'll receive 15% off your order. And that is in addition to my flat rate shipping, $5 domestic, $10 to Canada, and $15 international. And that is regardless of the size of your order. So it's a really good deal if you're buying multiple skeins of yarn or multiple project bags, or even like sweater quantities of yarn. It's a really good deal. So again, that coupon code is Black Friday 18, and I think I'm going to extend that from Friday through Monday. So you have that whole 4 shopping days. You can maybe think about, things that you want or whatnot. And I receive a few questions about this here and there. I do combine shipping, and so if you place an order and then like later in the day you place another order, I'll refund your shipping cost if I can fit it all into the same package. So just to make it a little, better shopping experience for you guys. But in addition to the coupon code, I am going to have some goodies to put in your order. I dyed up, this past week, I dyed up some mini skeins. They're one of a kind. I call them Black Friday 2018. And I just happened to grab 14 of these mini skeins. I dyed them up with some leftover dye, just tried some new techniques, and I decided for the first 14 orders that are placed during my shop update on Friday evening, I will include one in the first 14 orders. So I don't know, I just thought that was kind of fun, a fun little goodie for you guys. And this is what they look like. They are kind of it's kind of like a rainbow. I don't know, it's not really ombre, but it's just looks really, really pretty because it changes color through the skein. And I thought you guys would kind of enjoy that. So those will just be for the first 14 orders that are placed, and no minimums or anything, just a little thank you and just a nice little thing for the holidays. And yeah, so I am going to have just a lot of things added to the shop. I've been working my tail off for the past couple weeks. I'm going to have some project bags that are special. I'm going to have some sock sets, and I am putting in a ton. I'm listing a ton of yarn. My Lani Sock, I have a DK weight, I have my Nui Bulky in tonals and colorways. So just to put a lot of stuff in the shop, I am going to go through, I'm going to show you guys everything that's added, that I'm going to be adding to the shop. If you don't want to see this, feel free to skip. Like I said, this is going to be kind of an unusual episode because of Thanksgiving, but I know I love seeing what people are making, their yarn and other crafts. I love it. So feel free to stay if you'd like, and it is a lot though. just a fair warning. So as many of you know, I have a line in my shop called End of the Day. And what I do is I take all of my leftover dye from my dye sessions, and I kind of just put them in random, one-of-a-kind colorways to use up the dye, just because I don't want to throw it down the drain, and because it's fun just to challenge myself creatively a little. And so I decided to make 3 different sock sets. They are called End of the Day 18, 19, and 20. And so this one is End of the Day number 18. And I love them all. I really, really love them all. But this one is just so beautiful. I love this with like the pinky purple and all the greens. Got like a little bit of yellow. Yeah, it's just so pretty. And There's another one. Very rich, it's just so beautiful. So this is end of the day, number 18. And you know what, let me back up before I get too far. These are my sock sets. The main, the larger skein in here is a 50-gram skein. So it is half the weight of a, I guess you'd say, like normal skein of yarn. And the reason I do this is because I know for many of us, we knit socks and we use half a skein and then you have a lot left over. For me, I have to wait a while until I knit basically the exact same pair of socks again. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do 50-gram skeins and then this mini skein is 20 grams. And this is a really great amount for like heels, toes. You can do cuffs on there if you want. When using these, I would really recommend using a kitchen scale just to weigh how much you have left. And so you don't have any leftovers, you can just keep knitting. And yeah, so these are really fun sock sets. These are great for gifts. They're great to treat yourself, put in your stocking. So those are just a really fun thing to do. I love making sock sets. This is end of the day number 19, and it is beautiful. It has some really dark like black, and then it just fades into some pinky purples, kind of warm colors with like some yellowy orange at the bottom. And then it has kind of a peach mini with it. And I know it's washing out, but those are super pretty. I really like those. And I told myself when I dyed these, or when I was dyeing all these sock sets, I told myself, I am keeping one this time. Every time I dye sock sets, I always say I'm going to keep one, and I never do. And so I decided to keep one of these. This is end of the day number 20. And I kept one of these for myself. And I am very excited to start it. But I gotta finish. I have a couple other pairs of socks I still need to finish. Oh, that's kind of my goal this next week, is to really work on gift knits and putting heels in socks, you know, just finishing them up. But yeah, this is a really pretty one. I cannot wait to cast this on. And of course, I'll show you guys. So those are the sock sets that will be available on Friday. And so now I'm just going to go through the tonals that I will have available. So I told you guys last week on the podcast, I am going to be releasing a free pattern, a free download on Ravelry, and I will definitely be doing that hopefully before Friday. And it is for a very simple, very fast knit. Aren't those the best? But it is with my Nui Bulky Single base. It's a beanie. And so what I did kind of to not commemorate that, but to just to give you guys some options in the shop. If you are like me and you are needing to do some fast gift knits, I dyed up a lot of the Nui Bulky Single base in several different colors and tonals and just variegated like speckled colorways. So, and I did keep a couple of those for myself for gift knits. But this is Sip Sip Knit, and it is just a really pretty kind of a, I don't know, kind of a plummy colorway. And then I also have my new color called Passionate. That is so pretty. I definitely kept one of these for myself. That'd be gorgeous with a fur palm on top. Oh, I love that. The cool thing about this, about the beanies, is that they use one skein, and I have a couple different options. One is just to knit a certain amount of rows, and then another is to use a scale and actually weigh how much yarn you have left over, so you can basically use the whole skein. Because I don't know about you guys, but I just I don't use bulky or like a super bulky leftover. I just don't. So there's that. But I will also have rose gold. and it is a really, really pretty, super warm, medium brownie color. It definitely has like a rose tint to it, and that's why I called it rose gold. I will have it in DK, and then I'll also have it on my Nui Bulky Single base. So I think that's really pretty. Be really flattering too with a or in a beanie. Be really pretty. I will also have Coastal Fog, which is my brand new colorway that I'm knitting my little boy's sweater from. And so I will have that on my Lani Sock. I will also have it in a DK weight. And I will have it on the Nui Bulky. I love that. So pretty. So pretty. And I also dyed up some Shamrock, and it's the same as the Coastal Fog. I'll have it on my Lani Sock. Such a pretty bright green. Love it. This is DK. And Nui Bulky. I really, really considered keeping one of these for myself. I might keep it anyway. Keep one. I just thought it would be so fun around Christmas to have like a bright green hat and like festive, but it's not overtly Christmassy, if you know what I mean. But that's so pretty. And that's Shamrock. And then I dyed up some pale mauve, and this is again, a really flattering tone. I just think this is really, really pretty. It'd be beautiful with a fur palm. And so I'll have this on Lani Sock, and then also my Nui Bulky. So pretty. This is one of the colors in my Texture Time shawl, which is kind of on a hiatus right now. The Texture Time Mystery Knit Along from Stephen West. I'm gonna work on it after the holidays. I think it just is needing a little extra time, like more time than I have to dedicate to it. So in case you guys have been following along with it and wondering where it is kind of a languishing whip. But I will have more of my new Christmas colorway, MELE KALIKIMAKA. I had sold out of the Nui Bulky, and so I am restocking that. It's a beautiful blend of pinks and purples and greens. And I showed this last week. I actually knit a beanie with it. It's so beautiful. I will have Candy Apple. Let's see. I will have Princess, which is a, wow, that's blowing out up so much. Or blowing out. This is a kind of a, let's say like a medium toned neon pink. So pretty. And I will have that on a couple of different bases. So this is actually DK. And that would be just, that would also be awesome in, you know, fingerless mitts, or there's some really great beanie patterns on Ravelry. And I will also have Bubblegum, and this is my pale neon pink. It is what you would expect Bubblegum would be, right? So this will be available on a DK and also on my Nui Bulky. This is so pretty. And then I will also have Neon Coral, restock. I've got some DK, and that's totally blowing out. Let me see if I can bring it back here. There we go. This is the color. It is so pretty. One of my faves. But I have that in, let's see if I can get this to not blow out. It is a really pretty neon, kind of an orangey, melony color. Pretty sure I saved one of these. I think it's gonna be for myself. But that is a gorgeous color. And then I will have Pale Peach also restock on my Lani Sock base, and it is a beautiful pale peach, true to the name. It's so pretty. I'll have that on my sock weight Lani. I will have it on a DK, and then I'll have it on Nui Bulky. So that is that. So I think that about does it with the tonals. Of course, MELE KALIKIMAKA. I don't know how it slipped into my tonals, but that's okay. Now let me show you all of my fun speckled colorways that I'm going to stock. Okay, so I think most of these colors are restocks. I may have a couple of them in there that are really old, like original colorways that I developed when I first started Pineapple Yarn a couple of years ago. But let's just walk through them and so you can see them. I will have this one. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is Little Paper Umbrellas, one of the first colorways I developed, and I will have this on several bases. I will have this on Lani Sock, I will have it on DK and Nui Bulky. I love it on the Bulky. This is just so pretty. Have some yellowy greens, some minty greens, and pink. And it's just so pretty. Got some like really fun speckles in there. This is a great one. I made a pair of socks a couple of years ago when I first developed this colorway. I love those socks. I've almost completely wore them out. So that is a great one. I think I mentioned I'll also have it on DK. I will have KILAUEA Fire, which is right here. This is a beautiful colorway. And this is on a DK. So that's really pretty. It is kind of some like deep reds, pinks, some orangey things going on in there. And that's a really fun one. But I will have that on DK, and I will have it on Lani Sock as well. It's just really, really pretty. I actually have a restock of a colorway that I had developed, one of my first ones I developed. And when I first started Pineapple Yarn, I actually used to reskein all of my yarn. I really liked the way it looked. And then I quickly realized how much work is involved with doing that. So I don't do that anymore. Keeps costs down. It keeps, you know, just because the labor involved, it's just, I can produce more yarn and push it out to you guys a lot faster if I'm not doing that. So it's just the way it is. But this is the colorway, my Ely. And I used to have a picture of it in my shop of it reskeined. So all the colors were blended together. And in case you guys don't know, when you reskein some yarn, basically you're just rewinding it into a hank and it kind of blends up all of the colors. You can see what it's going to look like when you knit it up. I don't know, it just, sometimes it makes the, you know, the skein itself less messy because you're reskeining it. The dyeing process can really make yarn a little tangly, a little messy, so depending on your technique. So I guess people do it for all different reasons, but anyway, I've rephotographed this and just wanted to show you guys. This is so pretty. It's a really, really pretty colorway. This is one of the colors I developed in Hawaii when we lived there. So it's very speckle heavy. It's, you know, I kind of like it because it's some unusual colors put together, but I really, really like this color. So that is my Ely. I will have this on Lani Sock. I will also have a restock of Flamingo. And I know you guys like this one because I am always selling out of it. This is one of my favorites too. I love this. I'm knitting a pair of socks out of this right now. And I love these colors together. They're just really light and fun. Some light black speckles. And this is a fun one. So this is Flamingo. I'll have it on Lani Sock. I will have it on a DK. And I'll also have it on my Nui Bulky, which I love this. This is so pretty. I would love to see a hat knit up with this. I think this would be so cheerful in the winter. I just really love this colorway because the speckling is really delicate. And I want to show you guys close up. When you have this super bulky weight yarn, the speckles are just really, really fun. This would look awesome knit up. But that is Flamingo. I'm going to have a new color that I previously have only had in sock sets, and it is called Good Vibes Only. I am very, very drawn to this colorway. So pretty. I will have it on Lani Sock. This is such a pretty colorway. Some really nice speckling going on. Some color layering. So that's Good Vibes Only. I just felt like it was really, just a really fun, lighthearted colorway. Just kind of made me happy. That's why I named it that. I will also have a restock of Pink Passionflower, and I have not dyed this up in a long time. This is, if you go to my website, I actually have this on the front page. This is normally the first colorway you see. I do have a holiday color up right now, but this is just has some really, really beautiful colors in it. Really beautiful speckles. And so I'll have this on Lani Sock. I will also have it on DK. So pretty. And I wish my lights weren't kind of washing everything out, but they're really pretty. And I have it on my Nui Bulky base too, which is so gorgeous. I'm kind of obsessed with this base right now, if you couldn't tell. But it's just, I don't know, it's just so great for gift knits. So it's practical, but it's really, really pretty. It is so interesting to dye up because I guess because the yarn, like each strand is, it's so bulky. So you have kind of a wider surface area for each strand, but there's less strands. So when you're speckling or you're just applying the dye, it takes it a lot differently than, say, like a sock weight yarn, which is a lot thinner, but you have more strands to cover. It's been very interesting dyeing on this yarn. I love it so much. So that's Pink Passionflower. Now I also have its counterpart, Purple Passionflower, which is equally as beautiful. It has lots of different colored speckles in it and just some kind of interesting colors going on here, some interesting layering. So that's on, this is Lani Sock. I will have it on DK. So pretty. And then my Nui Bulky too. Love that. So pretty. I will also have one of my original colorways, MAKAHA. And this is just a really nice blend of blues, some kind of like turquoisey type colors, very oceany. And it has several different colors of speckles, just some little pops of color here and there. Really, really pretty. And so I will have this on Lani Sock and DK as well. I will have a one-of-a-kind colorway. It was kind of a mistake, to be honest, but I thought it was really pretty, and I thought some of you might really enjoy it. So I named it Frosty Succulent. That's kind of what it reminded me. It is kind of a blend of greens, and then I put kind of an earthy speckle in it. I thought this was really nice. I really, really liked this color. I don't know if I'll be able to reproduce it, maybe someday, but until then, it's just kind of going to stay as a one-of-a-kind. So if you're interested, I would definitely look into getting it sooner rather than later. But I will have it on DK, and then also my Nui Bulky. So pretty. And then I will have another colorway, a restock that I don't think this was a sock set, but it hasn't been dyed up very much, but this is a vibrant, bright colorway. This is not for the faint of heart, for sure, but it is called Sunspot, and it is a blend of super bright yellows with some neon orange speckles, as well as some darker speckles, just to kind of, I guess, ground it a little. But I thought Sunspot was a perfect name for this, and I will have this on Lani Sock as well as DK. So fun. This is the kind of color you need to wear in the winter. At least I need to wear in the winter. That is a fun colorway. And I'm just going to show you one more colorway. I will have this on Lani Sock, and it's called Electric Watermelon. This turned out a little lighter than it normally is. It's still super pretty. You've got a blend of like greens and yellows, like pale neon yellow, with also some of this pink. We've got some pink speckles as well as other colored speckles. This is a really pretty colorway. Normally it's a bit darker, but for reasons beyond my control, such as the nature of indie dyed yarn, it turned out a little lighter, which I think it's still really cool. I think it's so pretty. And yeah, so that's Electric Watermelon. And that is it for the yarn. I told you guys I had a ton of yarn I'm listing. Thank you if you've made it this far for looking at all of it. There's one more thing I want to show you, and that is that's the new project bags I'm adding. These are the project bags I told you guys about last week that I would be making. They are my Marvel Comics Avenger bags, and this is how they'll be packaged. They will be in a clear cellophane bag, and then they will also, let's see, where is it? They'll include this little charm. Let me get this out for you because I want to show you. It's a progress keeper, and I had been planning on making these for a while now. But with the passing of Stan Lee this past week, I just wanted to push these out to you guys, just in case that you were interested. So this is the Progress Keeper. It is the Avengers logo. It's black sparkly with silver accents. So cute. I was so excited to source these. So those will be packaged up with the project bags. I will not be including any coordinating yarn in these just because I wanted to get them out to you, but they are the cutest bags. I love them so much. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I will not be having my little pineapple charms here either. I am waiting for them to be shipped to me. I just really wanted to push these out in the store so you guys can get them on Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping weekend, and then also you can use that coupon code too But isn't that cute? That little tab right there. I am just so obsessed with all these characters. So cute. So if you are into Marvel Comics or the Avengers, or you know someone who is kind of a knitter and loves comics like these, it's just a really fun, whimsical bag for them to make a great gift too. So that is the kit I will be offering in the shop this during my update on Friday. But that is it for update news and the things I will be offering in the shop. If you, I guess the last administration type things I want to talk about, if you order around Thanksgiving, which is this Thursday, I will probably be listing or publishing this video on YouTube around Thursday. I guess that would be November 22nd. But I will have a bit of a shipping delay. Hopefully with the update though, I will be getting them out in a couple days. So it shouldn't be too much of a delay. I like to ship kind of same day or next day usually though. I'm a really fast shipper. It's all about instant gratification, you know, at least that's how I am, right? But I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. And if you guys have any questions or want to contact me, you can leave me a comment below or contact me on pineappleyarn.com. I have a contact button. But I should be getting out that beanie pattern this week. And if I do, hopefully I will be, but I will link it below, and then I will also mention it on next week's podcast too, so you guys can download it. But if you're in the US, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and treat yourself to a slice of pie, and hopefully you will join me here next week. So until next time, I hope you have an awesome day. Bye!